we'll just get started with this session. So, like I said as before, there is no real hardcore agenda. So, we were solving the one data science challenge from Kaggle. So, we can continue with it. Other than that, if anyone has any other things that they would like to, or they would like help on, feel free to share your screen and tell us what the issue is. But otherwise, I would just invite anyone to create. Actually, we are still investigating how we can have a potentially sharing based Jupyter notebook. I still haven't researched that. So the idea is if we could create like a shared Jupyter notebook that we can all use in this thing, then in that case, we don't have to like individually share our screens or we don't have to send files to each other. I still have to research that. But otherwise, in the meantime, I would just call whoever would like to share your screen and start coding. You're welcome to do so. So just before we start, does anyone have any beginning comments or any questions or any doubts? Anything that you'd like to start off with?
I would like to say something.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
And I haven't worked on Python before. I just knew the syntax, so I started from your playlist. I just covered with a sample data set, that video game sales data set. I started. Maybe I will be able to cope up with you all after 1 week. I will try to do that. For now, I will try to follow what you are doing.
Sure, that will be great. You are always welcome to add any suggestions or ask any questions as you wish. No problem. This is like I said, this is a group interactive session. So there's not really me teaching. Everyone can pitch in and we can even try out variations of commands. No problem.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much.
Okay. So I guess if nobody else has anything to say, if anyone wants to share their screen, please feel free to start.
Yeah, I will start if maybe because the last I have the Python script. I cleaned it up a bit because we can go through what we did in the last 2 weeks quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I will share the screen. Just a second. So I think you can now see it.
Yeah.
So this is whatever we did last couple of weeks. I have just tried to summarize it. This hotel bookings is a Kaggle data set which contains booking details of hotels in a particular country. Apparently, it looks like a European country, perhaps Portugal. And they have several details such as what is the type of the hotel, whether it was cancelled, lead time, arrival date, and several such details. So one can search for this data set by going to Kaggle and looking at hotel booking, and they will find out this. Mm-hmm. So what we did was we looked at the columns and we tried to analyze what are all the different characteristics of the data. And so we are using pandas for it. We are using perhaps use NumPy, and for plotting we are using Matplotlib and Seaborn. Mm-hmm. So after we decided, we'll ask this question. So if you want to book the cheapest city hotel or resort hotel, when is the best time to book? Mm-hmm. And this will be a question that we can try to answer. So for this, we decided, we went through the data set, and then we decided that, not all the columns are required, only a few columns are required. So, and then we only looked at those columns, but then we had a look at some of the, we wanted to look at how the cost, which is given by this variable ADR, looks like my daily spend. So that we tried to plot against. So what we ended up getting was we wanted to see it per month. So for that we did a group by. We grouped the data set based on the arrival date month, and so for doing that we had to create a new data set, a data frame, and then we created this data set, and the mean on the ADR will give us the so I can just quickly show what is this data set look like. So it looks like every month, whatever mean that is there, this month and arrival, these two are not part of it. This is what matters. So every month we have the ADR mean. This is what the group by does. And then because we saw that this month is organized in alphabetical order instead of the chronological order, so we used we created a mechanism using dictionary and the use of apply method within the data series, Python data series, and then we use this function to convert the months into month numbers, and then plotted. Now we see that over the month, over different months, how does this price vary? So we see that in 8th month, in August, July, and we see that it increases towards the summer, and then it goes down after that. Just expected. So anyway, so after that, this is what I think we had done until last week.
Yeah.
And so this is the last, and so I tried a couple of things. I saw that, I was just a couple of curious things I was looking at. There was one data point where the ADR value was 5,400. Normally it was around, the maximum itself was around 500. So it was very spurious. I thought I'll drop it, that data point, but it did not change much the average of the month where it was. So I didn't do much about it. I just tried to see if that data point is really impacting our analysis. It didn't. So I left it. So another question I'm trying to ask, maybe this is what I probably want, some warnings came up and I want clarification on that as well. So the question was, so this told us that August month is when you have the highest cost that one ends up spending on the hotels. And so you probably have to travel in November, or January. These are the 2 months which are quite bad. So before, we wanted to investigate another question, whether the week of, in December, by looking at it week by week basis, is there a change that we see during the month of December vacation times? So before that, I was trying to understand if there is a change, if depending upon which type of hotel it is, whether it is a city hotel or a resort hotel. So in case, does it change, does it also change the same pattern that we see? So for that, what I did was this is the data set that we used. So for this data set, I added a new column called hotel. And instead of directly copy pasting resort hotel copy pasting the hotel, I just wanted it to have a number. Something I wanted to see if I can do it directly. So I did this equal to 0, and it gave me a setting with copy warning.
A value is trying to be set on a copy of a slice from a data frame. Try to use is equal to value. Okay.
In fact, what I did was I had kind of once I tried to just add the hotel this thing, and it said it looks to me that it is now doing it on a copy of this DF data address and not in itself. But when I go and check, it has added that column. So I was not sure what exactly is happening.
So I think that warning is just that, I think it just is kind of saying that you are, value is trying to be set in a copy of a slice. Let me see what that means. So typically the way it works is, if you use .lock, it will not actually extract something, but it usually returns another object. Usually.
Okay.
Usually. No.
No, but it says the funny thing is in the answer, it's warning. It says try using .lock. That's what I did.
No, the thing is like this. You're using a colon. The colon means you're extracting all the rows.
Okay.
So usually when you specify something like that, it is the warning could be wrong. It might be just kind of saying you're applying one value to everything. Are you sure? The other possibility is, see, the main thing is, okay, now I'm assuming what you want to do is you want to add a column called hotel and initialize it to 0, right?
Yes.
Now, the simplest way to do that is just say df date address, put the new column and give it value equal to 0. That's it.
Okay. Because if I think that is that. Okay, I will. Okay.
So, like, you can try it with hotel 1 and just see, and you'll see that you will get.
Yeah. I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just give us new name.
And just check.
So this is the same. This is what I did. I think if I'm not wrong, this is what I did first. So I will just see if it has updated. Yeah, it also has this hotel here. Now it has added it. Perhaps it is using the same name. Anyway, I think
you would have to Google, but I'm just trying to think because
I remember, because the thing was, I remember I did this and then I went here once and it was not giving any warning. But then today when I cleaned up and put this in a new Jupyter notebook, it again started giving me this warning.
Okay.
Anyway,
but I can say
this is not affecting anything, so we can just leave it for now.
No. Actually, we'll do one little experiment.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just thinking about this copy because usually when you specify a particular column, you would specify that column is equal to another data series or is some kind of computation of previous columns.
Okay.
Now, here you're giving, what I would say is this. Let us use so then the index is 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So can you give me just 0 and see what happens? The index, let's say in square brackets, put 0 and see, it may not work. If you put another new cell.
Do it for another, again, new one.
Yeah. And just say df address, no, not the whole thing, but just, no, not the whole thing. Just, I'm saying extract, not even with lock. You can try and not put and remove the equal to 0.
Yeah.
And just see what you get.
Because this doesn't exist now. I removed this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can put just.
When I do this, you see it is 1. So
okay. Now, can you do 1? Instead of 0 hotel, do 1 hotel is equal to some value 100. Okay, now check the value. No, check the value because I think it would have placed 100 for everything.
Okay.
Because I think what it is doing is because you're specifying it that way, it is assigning. Oh, no, it is not.
No, it's not doing that. I think this one, I think the problem is, I think because it is suggesting something we are doing, my guess is there is something wrong with this warning. Because it says that try using this row indexer and column indexer, and this is what we did. and it's giving us the same warning.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
so
value
I think
is trying to be set in a copy of the slides from a data frame. Yeah, I mean, it's telling us to use the same thing and then telling us it's not okay. I don't know what.
yeah.
Caveat. I think you have to read that documentation.
Yeah, I will look at it.
Anyway, we'll check it out.
Yeah. So, so what I have got now is that, okay, sorry, I haven't, this is done because and then what I did was, I did this, that is, looking at in the DF hotel, whichever is called a resort hotel, I would make it 1 in this, in the new data frame. So this is why I get this. If you look at it, I get 1 here and some zeros. So 1 corresponds to resort hotels in the DF data ADR data frame, and 0 stands for city hotels.
Oh, no. 1 minute. So if you look at your df date, can you go up and show me that command again? Just above? Yeah.
Yeah, here.
The query df date address. Oh no, that won't do. The reason is when you take df date ADR, this is now a group by an aggregated data frame. The data frame.
No, it is not group by.
No.
So there is another one which has an underscore mean is the group by data.
Oh, I see. Okay,
so this is fine. This is not group by 1. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, we have. I think this one is called mean.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that is not a problem. So this is just this. Do you see this data frame? So it's not a group by data frame. It's not a group by object based data frame. This is what you have here.
Okay, fine. Okay, then it's okay. Okay,
yeah.
So then.
So this is fine. So what essentially I have got is a data set where which was the same as what we were using the last week, but now we have another column where the hotel is either 1 if it is a resort hotel and 0 if it is a city hotel.
Okay.
So what I did was I now did the group by now with and I said I gave 2 different indexes.
Right.
And then I did a mean because of course we cannot create a mean for hotel. So I get this now. This is the new group by. I mean, it's not a group by object on which we have applied mean.
Okay.
So we get. So this is, I think, just a moment I confirm. Yeah. So 0 is city hotel and 1 is resort hotel. So for each month, for city hotel and the resort hotel, we get an average.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a significant difference that we see between them. So I wanted to see if I can, visualize them as the way we did, but now only for the city hotel and the resort hotel.
So for each month, but you want 2 bars.
Yeah. So or either we can. Yeah. So that will be good in the sense for each month 2 bars, or of course when I started trying, I went into a very raw way. I tried to create 2 more different databases and all. But the best way, best would be for us is how does it vary? Either 2 different graphs, 1 for city hotel and 1 for resort hotel, or a single graph where for each month there is 2 bars, different colors, for instance, and one saying this much cost for city hotel, this much cost for resort hotel.
Okay, so let's try. Yeah, sure. So let's try. Let's copy that old bar plot and let's come over here. Let's see what it is.
You mean this one?
Yeah. I mean, you can also try Seaborn, but since we have it, let's use that.
Yeah, Seaborn also, yes. Yeah.
So this is it. Now, what we need to do is, like, if you go into that bar function, you do a shift tab. It'll give you the, there. If you you can do that also. You just open the parenthesis, and if you do shift tab, you'll see that this is the help.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, you can click on that plus sign on the right, and this will expand the entire thing. So if you come down,
okay.
So you will get the entire thing. So if you come here, if you look, what do you have? We have X, we have height, we have width, bottom, come all the way down. Let's see if there's anything else. Data, none. So there is nothing specific. So what we can do is, I would suggest X, instead of specifying that X is specifically, we can continue to specify X as the month. So if you come all the way, if you go up to the data frame, because each month has 2 sub values within that. Yes. So let us see what it does. Does it split it automatically, or does it do something? Because it may have its own.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we can try that. Now with this 2. Okay, I will just look at the name of the variable. I just forgot that. I think this is the name of the variable. Yeah, this is the variable. So I will do this. No, not mean. Sorry. Yeah, it should be mean, right? Okay, let's just check. Okay, I think this one doesn't yet have that month. I have to add that month thing. So this is another problem I faced. Yeah. So what I tried to do was, in the last time when we added this month as a variable, we added a month as a variable by taking the index and then running the apply command, where we will map the dictionary where the month April was 4, August was 8, etc. The problem was, this time when I tried to do that, I realized that it picks up not just the month, it picks up not just when I just say index, it picks up both the arrival date month and the hotel.
Yeah, because there's a multi-index. So if you do index,
so maybe what I'll do is, I'll just first go here and just use the first index. Do you think only one index I will use? It will be fine. Probably I will
just do dot index.
Index. I think what you do it.
No, just do index. See what you get. You will get this first one. What is it? You will get an array.
Yeah.
Multi-index, right? So if you do index and in square brackets 0.
Yeah, it gives
April 0. So what it is doing is, now your index is it's a multi-index. It's called nested indexes. Now there is a way to extract it. What you can do is, again, you just have to say index is, you are saying, okay, no, 1 minute. You are saying what? No. Instead of saying :0, just say index 0. See what you get? April 0. So this is, you're taking the very first index, which is a tuple. Right?
Yeah.
Now, to extract the first index, say 0, comma.
Okay.
And try that.
No.
Too many indices.
What is the type of this array? I have to check. What is that?
Okay, what I would say is, just go to Google, just copy that error, index error, too many indices, and Google it.
Okay, I have it in DuckDuckGo, but anyway, it's fine. Oh God. Okay, there's something wrong. Okay.
Stack Overflow is usually the best place to look.
Huh?
Stack Overflow is usually the best place to look.
But the search is not good in Stack Overflow. So I search somewhere and then go to Stack Overflow.
Okay.
Yeah, because search in Stack Overflow, that is not, I don't find it to be as good. What is happening?
Google should usually give you a stack of photos.
There's something wrong with my internet, I think. It's not. It's working fine, but it's also not working fine.
Oh,
Strange.
interesting.
There's something wrong because the web pages are not going very.
Okay, let me have a look. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, good. So, yeah, too many indices, the very first one. Data page, yeah. Okay, you can just come to the solution.
Yeah.
What I usually do is come to the solution.
Yeah.
Problem is because it's logical entire. Yeah, so try that out. So you see, the problem is features IDX. So now you will have to import IDX. So if you go back to the question, you would have imported IDX. If you go all scroll up, and in that, there is
no IDX is just a label.
No, there is something. Just one, right? Label. IDX is label. Labels. User data. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can try that. So just see what it is. So then basically remove index. I mean, remove that dot index. And once again, if you do dot index, it gives you an array of tuples. Am I right?
Yeah. No, I will just see what is the type here. Wondering.
Yeah,
so it's a
multi-index.
pandas multi-core index. Okay. So I think just a second. There is something possible. No, this was something like. If I say this, no, it's not callable. Yeah, I was just trying. There was something I did. I forgot about what I did.
No, I think it's just a question of how you slice it. So, for example, if you do index and you just put a square bracket, start with a square bracket. So first do a colon. You should get back the whole thing, which is what you get. Now, once within the colon, this is every row. Now, put a comma after the colon, and then supposing you put another square bracket, no, inside.
Okay.
And here put, let's say, 0 comma colon. What happens here?
No.
Okay. So then supposing you just put colon and put 0 in that, not remove the comma, colon, comma. Remove that colon and the comma. From the second bracket. Oh, I see. Interesting. So if you put colon, comma, colon, comma 0, it gives you too many arrays. Too many indices, is it?
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's no need for a second bracket. Supposing you just, there's no need for the second bracket. No,
sorry. Yeah, it says too many indices for array.
So remove, instead of colon, supposing you put 1.
No,
and it still does. This is very interesting.
Yeah, when I just put 1, for instance, this is fine. When I say this, it's able to do this properly.
Okay. So that's actually not very interesting. See, because then what it means is it needs a second one. So put, that's what it.
If I do this,
then it should come. Yeah, it should come.
Now it is fine.
So if you put index first one, you put colon, then you should get it. Right?
Yeah. So it will be 0 and then I say colon here. I think you should get.
No, the colon, the second one is the column. So I think what we need to do is in the first index, put colon in again in a square bracket. So that's like you're asking for another data frame. No, I mean, yeah.
You mean? I didn't understand.
So it's like the first one, the colon, instead of just being that way, put it in another square bracket. inside the first colon, embedded in another square bracket. And the second one put 0. Oh, it's saying no, that won't work. Okay, so
No,
I mean,
it's
see,
not
there's
an
two.
invalid.
So basically, there's two. One simple way. I mean, you have to Google. I will Google and find out what is there. I think check out the last video where I was doing multi-indexing, right? In my YouTube seat. I mean, not be now because I was I kind of forgot about it. But we can kind of unbundle this. We can unbundle this. So just do index, and I'll just tell you how to unbundle it. Just remove all the square brackets. So here, this is a multi-index. So what you can do is, you just have to do a list comprehension. So basically, you have to say that X is what you want. Let's say you say months, call it months. Let's say it's a new list. So months is equal to.
So in this.
No, I mean, you can start a new one. So it's like months is equal to. And then you start with the list. So this month is a list, right? Because you want a list of all the months.
Okay.
So you put a square bracket and then we do list comprehension. So basically what we are saying is, you know how to do a list comprehension? So list comprehension is basically you're writing a list as a for loop. So first start with open brackets and then first start with the for loop. So say for X in and that command above, which gives you this thing. And then before the for, you have to specify what you want to extract, right? So what we want to extract is the first index of each. So just say X of 0. Again, bracket. That's it. No, I mean, you don't have to put that. Because actually, don't do that because actually then it might convert to. So just try this and try df months. So this is what you get. I mean, actually, there is a more elegant way. I just can't remember because it's just about how you slice it. So the slicing has to be.
One more thing, because it is actually doing it twice. Perhaps we should do it once in every 2 times.
No, actually, the reason why I'm saying
it should be the same.
It should remain this way because what is happening is you would like this. You would like it to be that the X, right? This is your X. So you want it to have 2 values, right? Because so I would say let it be as it is.
Yes.
So now you can go back to the plot.
Now we can add this. Okay. So into this, I will add colon, comma, say month.
Oh no, actually don't put actually I would always say don't put the colon unless it's only when you want to put some values, that's when you have to specify. If you want to just assign it, you can just assign it this way.
Yes. Okay.
Just try it out. I want to see if that warning still comes.
No, it doesn't come.
So I'm just wondering, is it because you put a static value that the warning came?
Perhaps, I think so.
I think we have to Google. What is it objecting to when you put a static value? I don't know. I can't understand. Anyway, never mind. So now that we have this, we can now try to plot.
Or do you want to do the month number? Because this is, we can do this.
Yes. You can always do the month number as well.
So I'll just go back and copy the apply function that we did. Shiva, just one question before as we produce. I think we should now find a way to send this Jupyter notebook for others because others would be just clueless.
That is true.
I mean, if they want to try it again,
actually,
it will be useful for them. I can send you this. Do you have the contact of all these people who are there in the?
Hi everyone. Sorry, interrupting you.
Oh no, go ahead. Actually, I just saw there's a new. By the way, Krishnan, I saw there's a chat functionality. Did you see it? See, there's a little. Okay, great. I saw it for the first time too. So,
okay.
yeah, I just saw the chats. Somebody can't see anything. I don't know how to help. All I can do is I can just let Darius know and maybe he will help you out. But for this person, let me just write to James.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know this.
Yeah, it's very cool.
He wasn't there last week, so they have included this week.
Yeah, I'm pretty new, and Darius shared with me the link to this group. And could you share with me the link of the actual course so I can sign up for the course?
There is no real course here. We just do Python programming. I'll just post the link of my YouTube channel so that you can check out some of the older ones. Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
So I'm just going to.
So I will see if I can share the Jupyter Notebook through a link.
Yeah, I too am going to. I have to really look into it. So this is the link for my YouTube channel, YouTube playlist. This has all the videos which I recorded before of another webinar series where I went through analysis of another dataset, which is like a video game dataset. So if you're totally new, have a look at this because I also do some very basic Python programming and also some very basics of NumPy and everything else. So you can try to use this link as a starting point.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, great. So about the other thing is I seriously have to look into that sharing of Jupyter Notebook. I will spend some time this weekend looking into it. If anyone has any suggestions, you're welcome to add them.
Yeah. So Shiva, if nothing, what we can do is, as I said, Kaggle has notebooks, and I can actually share those notebooks in a public way.
Okay.
So I think what only thing is I will see, maybe what I'll do is now immediately I'll do this because I started the Kaggle notebook for this particular data set, and what I'll do is I'll just see if I can share it. I will say public and okay, so turn off comments. So okay, so the thing is you have to have a Kaggle account for that, of course, and it asks me to search for user. Are you on Kaggle? Yeah, you.
I just have to search for Python Power Electronics.
I'm sorry?
Python Power Electronics.
Okay. Python
Power
space Power.
No, all same. Power Electronics.
Python
Power Electronics. Just try that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then just try Shiv Kumar Iyer. Just try. I think maybe I don't know by what name I come.
Yeah. Okay, it will be difficult.
Space Iyer. No, a space Iyer. No, it's a second name. Yeah, the third one is me.
Yeah. So I'll make you can edit as well.
Okay.
Okay. So then you can see if you can go and check if this Kaggle notebook is available to you.
Okay. Let me just check.
And if it is so, what we can do is all of us can create a Kaggle account, and what I'll do is I'll put all of this what we have done in that specific notebook, and we will share this notebook. I can make all these different people as part of this group, the ones who can share it. So right now it is private, which means only those I'm sharing it with can access.
Okay.
But if I think if we make it public, it might be an issue because anybody will start coming.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to do that. So like that's a great idea. So I would suggest to everyone, create a Kaggle account, and maybe next time you can, or whenever possible, just be, or even like you can do it like as soon as possible. Just send your Kaggle account or Kaggle name to Krishnan, and he can just share it with you. The only thing is, I'm not seeing any notification that you shared it with me. I'm in my Kaggle account.
Yeah.
How do I get a notification that anything has been shared? Okay, let me go to notebooks. Shared with you.
Notebooks you will see shared with
yes.
me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shared with me. So that's the thing.
Notebooks.
So that's how it is. So I would suggest, does anyone else have a Kaggle account? Yeah. So just.
Yeah, I do have.
Can
do
you
I
type
need to
your,
share?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, sure.
your name? Yeah, you username on the chat. I will add you in this.
Yeah. It's Toma Tasmi. I'm typing it.
Yeah, go on. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Let me see. Toma Tasmi, yes,
Yeah,
I
this
see
one.
it.
This
So
one.
I will make you also, you can go to Kaggle now and go to the notebooks, and you should see shared with me. You should see this.
Okay.
So right now, what is there in that notebook is nothing essentially. What I will do is later, after the session, I will put all the things we did during the last couple of weeks into this notebook. So I think you can also download this as a separate Python. Yeah, you can download it as a Python notebook. I mean Jupyter notebook. So once you can just download it and then run it yourself like this. Yeah, later. I mean, you don't have to run it. I mean, I'm giving permission for everybody to edit and run it. But if you just want to rerun everything and see how it is, you can just download it and see it. And the advantage is this is associated with that particular data set. So you don't really have to even download the data set to work on it. Though if you want to do it separately on your own, you probably have to do that. So I'll add a Sayana as well. Sayana 13, right? I don't see it. Can you?
I
Can
just
you?
registered.
Is it? Can you confirm, because it's not yet showing up? Probably it's going to take time.
Got it. Let me confirm.
Yeah, maybe you have to click confirmation page or something like that in your email, perhaps.
Great. Okay, this is very nice.
Yeah, can you try it now?
Okay, I'll do that.
Actually, try to just write Sayana and let it come.
13?
Yes.
But 13 is, there are a lot of Sayanas. Okay.
Wow.
It's not coming up, not yet. Okay, let's try it after some 10 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe.
5 minutes.
Okay.
I'll try it after 5 minutes. And the others who are in the call, you can also try and create, who is someone else, Venkat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Venkat.
So, yeah, Venkat, you can also create a Kaggle account, and you can tell me, let me know, and I'll add it. Once and then perhaps tomorrow you can check, I will upload, I will copy paste all the commands that we have tried, or rather, whatever we have tried. I think I can even upload it. So I can upload a notebook. So I'll just upload this notebook into this, under this, whatever I have done into this. So so you can see it, and if you want, you can download the notebook and see it on your own in your desktop.
Okay. I will create and I will send you. Okay.
No problem. Thanks. So, yeah. Okay, let's go back. For now, let's stick to the chapter notebook on my thing. Okay, so sorry. So I will just see. So what I will go to try this. So what I have done right now is I have added now a new month, which is a number column, which is with a number of the month. And this we did last week, where we used this apply method, and we have a function called convert month to its number. So you can have a look at it. Look at the Jupyter Notebook code when I upload it, probably tomorrow or after this session. I'll upload this, and you can have a look at this and see what exactly does it do. So what it essentially does is to take this month, which is in name, and it gives it to be a number. Okay, so right now, Shiva, you want to try directly this plot?
Yeah. Let's try it.
Okay. Okay, I will just change. And okay.
Okay.
No,
so now what
I
has
don't
it?
know what is doing.
Can you just scroll up one minute? You have chosen X.
So let's just see for September. It's number 9.
Yeah.
It's showing 110. Maybe it is taking the mean. No, it's
No, it is taking the larger value. Basically, it's superimposing them.
Yes.
So that is what is happening. So now, what we can do in bar plot, just again do a shift tab and see if we can stack them. No, I mean inside the function above itself in line 125, you can just do shift tab within that itself. Yeah. So if you just do expand bottom, what is this bottom thing? You'll have to scroll down and check. Okay. Height is this, align scalar or of the y coordinate of scalar or array like. Okay, let's try it. So bottom is scalar, align is center or edge, alignment of the bars to the x coordinate. Okay, come down. What else is there? Container, bar container.
No, these are returns. Other parameters are colors and all that.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe you can use colors as well.
You can try. Yeah. So what we can do is you can put. No, but the problem is it's impossible to actually color code each one.
Yeah.
So okay. So without this.
Let's say we do two different plots and see if we can merge them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So actually, if you really look in what do you call it? There is one. Okay, let me just tell you about one other way. In Seaborn, you can do this with Seaborn as well. Now in Seaborn, there is something called as a differentiator. So if you say, let's say SNS, if you do SNS and dot, there will be most probably a bar plot. Just check. Yeah, there's a bar plot. So I just do again parenthesis and shift tab. So if you come here, now here there is something. For example, if you look at X, Y, there is hue, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you scroll down, we'll see what a hue is. Hue means you can actually split a data set into something else. So for example, here you see X, Y hue, name of the variables in data or vector data. So what you can say is, if you specify another column as hue, and that column can be 0, 1, right? Because you know you have the column which is the resort city hotel, right? If you can specify that as a separate column, then it will split every month into 2 parts. So what I will say, okay, so now how to do that is this. What we can do is, if you just go up a little, or rather let's go back and have a look at the data frame.
Yeah.
So if you see the data frame, hotel, which is the second index, right? This is currently an index, right? Now the question is, if you want to extract that index, again, the problem is, you want to, supposing you extract that index and make it into a column. We can use the same method we did for extracting the month. Now we extract the hotel type.
Yes.
So can you do that, or you need help? Just a minute. If anybody has any doubts, just feel free to ask. By the way, since I don't want this just to be a couple of us talking, feel free to just jump in. So once we actually do this, it will be clear what a hue is. Hue is where you are saying that data can have different types. That's what a hue means. So it's like colors can have different shades. That's where the concept comes from.
Okay.
So
we will say
you can just extract the index first. I'll tell you. Or did you have it already?
Yeah, I will extract that. Yes.
Yeah, you can just take the index.
So this is what you want.
Exactly.
X of 1, I think.
Exactly. So it's just 1.
DF hotel. X of 1.
Yeah.
So and then we add.
Just check out DF hotel first. What it is, always confirm. Yeah. So it is 0101. So we have extracted that type of hotel into a separate list.
Yes.
Now we have to assign that list to another column.
Yes. So that we will do it the same way, but now I'll say hotel and a number, and I will say DF hotel. And so see what is this. So it has a hotel number.
Okay. So now what you can do in SNS bar plot.
SNS bar plot. So
Shift tab.
X is equal.
Actually, always Shift tab get help as much as possible to Shift tab because it's easy to get. So we have to specify an X, we have to specify a Y, and we can specify a hue. Right now, our X is the month, Y is the ADR, hue is the hotel number. And you have to specify and last data. Just have a look again. Whenever you specify X, Y, usually you have to specify a data as well.
Yeah. We'll just do this. Yeah.
So you see there is a data. So
Y
and there is data. So the data is the data frame itself. All you have to do is specify the columns as strings. It will extract the columns from the data frame.
So I'll do this. Y is equal to you mean ADR?
No, Y is equal to ADR, yes.
Yeah. And then hue you will be what?
Is the month.
Will be the hotel number, is it?
Yeah, no, the hotel number, yeah.
Okay. So and then we say data is equal to
the data frame.
I think this name of the data.
Yeah.
Okay. See what happens. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, this is not a very nice solution. For some reason, we need to find out how to extract an index. Actually, multi-indexing is a very powerful concept. The reason is, whenever you have data, and the data is usually can be separated into quantitative data and qualitative data, which means there are numbers and there are categories. So for example, gender can be a category based, right? Or cancelled, yes, no. So there is a lot of data which can be in certain categories only. Like they will not have continuous categories. So in such cases, if you rearrange your data frame such that you have indexed all your data with respect to categorical data. So like for example, you're putting all the numbers, you're sorting them according to categorical data. It is much easier to extract data. It's much faster. The other option is to run a query, but a query is much slower than extracting with indexes. So multi-indexes, learning how to handle multi-index is actually a very powerful concept. So we will get into it. I have actually devoted an entire lecture in my that webinar series. I think it is towards the end, probably the last or the second last. So just check it out, where we were doing.
Do you remember what is the approximate title?
I'll just actually, you know what, I'm just going to go and paste that link here.
Okay.
So surprisingly, there are several. So anyway. Okay, so it's almost 4 p.m. and I will start this lecture very soon. So how am I going to get the share? I'm trying to share it. So, okay, in this playlist, I'm just going to tell you what it is. The name is Accessing Data in a Multi-Index Data Frame. Right? I'm just going to paste it in the chat. Check out generating, let me see what is the name, generating multi-index data frames.
Okay.
So starting from here, there are probably three or four maybe videos just talking about multi-indexing. So you can check them out. It is again, the only thing is it's a little tricky. They haven't really made it very easy very intuitive to actually extract a multi-index data frame. You have to use a lot of colons and commas and colons and things like that. It's a little confusing. That's the only thing. So unless you do it on a regular basis or unless you have it as ready reference, it is a little hard to like immediately pull it out of memory. But you can check it out. We actually did, we completely, in that COVID seminar, we completely re-indexed our video game dataset and then extracted a few data points from it. So you can check that out. But just to talk about this, you see here, it has given hotel number as 2 colors because now it is saying that is your hue. Hue means it is giving, actually hue typically means different shades of a color, but here it's giving 2 totally different colors. So for every month, now you have actually 2 different bars.
Yeah.
So Seaborn generally usually is more powerful as a plotting software. So you can look into it, and also it actually generates better quality plots as well as opposed to generally matplotlib.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's good.
So interesting. So you see, there's something very interesting happening. If you look at almost all the months, there is, I think 0 is city hotel, 1 is resort, resort, I believe.
Yes.
So you see, in all the months, the city hotels are having more ADR. But in July and August, the resort hotels are shooting up.
Yeah.
So what that means is everyone's going out to the sea resorts.
Yeah. The resort hotels, everybody visiting only during the peak times.
Exactly.
Vacation times.
So that just shows you that you are somewhere in I think some beach. I think it's just all those beach resorts are jumping up.
Yeah. Beach or even, I don't know, maybe even hill resorts or whatever.
Could be.
Yeah. So, but essentially, if you want to go, maybe this gives us an idea that if you want to go in off-season periods like December, January, or November, then book a resort hotel. It's going to be quite cheap.
Actually, interestingly, even if you go in Me, which is like number 5, it's actually a huge price difference.
Yes.
And it won't be too bad either. I mean, January, February may not be possible, but if you look at even May and April, when it is actually possible to go to these places, there is a huge price difference. So this just tells you that when it is a better idea to go plan a vacation.
Yeah. And the city hotels, there is not that much of a change between the cost in off season and on season. It's something like, $25-30 perhaps, or euros or whatever.
Right. So this shows a lot of them are business travelers. That's another idea in a city hotel.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Again, a lot of what we are doing is guesswork, but this is what data science is. A lot of what you have to do is pretty much guesswork.
Yeah. So do you want to, what is the time?
I think since it is 7 p.m. and it will be quite late for people in India, I think we should wind up this one.
Yeah. So I will just, one last time, I will try this other person to add in the...
Sure.
So I will just do that. Yeah, I find, I see Sayana 13, yes. So what I'm doing is I'm adding you as in the, so can you go and check in your date, in the Kaggle on the left, you will see notebooks, and you should see on the tab of shared with me, hotel_booking.
Let me see.
So what I'm going to right now do is to upload a new notebook into this. I will see if it works directly or I have to do it a different way.
Where should be?
Yeah.
Do you see on the left in your Kaggle page on the left notebooks? Right. So that notebook, you click on that and you should see several columns like yours and public and shared with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you should
hotel
see.
Booking. Yeah, I see hotel booking.
Yeah. So what I have done now is I have uploaded the current, whatever we did until right now, into the file. Into this particular database. The only thing is I'll have to ensure that, so let me just check, because what I have done is I've uploaded the Jupyter notebook into this. The only problem is this, it will not work now because the CSV file is actually not correct. So I'm just going to go and check this. But anyway, okay, check this tomorrow. It should be fine.
I think we'll have to add the data. There is an add data functionality. See, if you look on the right, there is a login just below save version. You see there is below save version on the right hand. You see there is an add data.
Okay,
I think you can add that CSV file.
Oh.
So you can just search for the data set and just add it. Hotel booking demand. It's already come, first one.
Yeah, just more. Yeah, it's just right. So
did anything happen?
I don't know.
Okay, try to read it. I don't know if it's possible.
Data, it shows hotel booking demand. Yes. Yeah, it says, let me just try to read this one. See if this works. I'll just do this. I'll just run these.
Yeah.
And see if this works. No.
Okay, let me see what it's doing.
Put it. I think it is in this hotel booking demand.
Okay. No, actually, just delete that thing. Delete the string within that. No, within the read CSV, and then let's try to see if it auto completes.
Okay.
So start with that string, blank string, and just do tab, Okay, come below and see what you get. Do you see? Okay, just type hotel. Oh no, input. Type input first. IN.
Okay.
And then tab.
No, what I'll do is just a second. What I'll do is I remember that I'll go back to Kaggle, and it actually has this. When I open this, it actually creates a new notebook. So what I will just go is hotel booking. So what I wait just a second. What is this? This is no, sorry.
No. Actually, what I'm trying to say is, I think it is solvable, that problem. It's in a folder. The reason why, if you look right, data is in input directory.
Yeah.
So if you see, just type.
Okay.
Yeah. Just type. No, I mean use tab so that it will at least try to complete. So if you delete
It's not doing anything. So let me see. This probably is here.
No. I think then in that case, okay. Let me also try it out. Oh, but I don't have it.
Yeah, you can access this, right? So
okay. Import. Seaborn.
So
okay.
I will just check, because they used to have a mechanism to when you open a data. Okay. Okay. I will do this.
So there is a copy file path option, which I'm going to do now.
Okay.
So there is. So let me just check on mine. If it works, then I can just.
So okay, there is. Okay, I have got this. You see, you can see this. They have an import OS, and this is how you should do it. They have this already in the.
I see. Okay.
So I just will copy paste this, and that will be easier, because otherwise. So then, okay.
So you got to write the df above.
So now I think this is how I should do it.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So you should be able to now access this Jupyter notebook. It should run. I mean, if there is an error, it's most likely my mistake or whatever I have done as a mistake, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But most likely there should not be any errors. I've tried to clean up all the error-prone ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
No, that's okay. Even if it is, it'll be good, because we can even discuss if there's anything that doesn't work. If anyone has any questions, we'll be happy to discuss.
Yes. So, yeah. So, I hope others, I mean, at least those whom I have added have already got everything. I mean, they can see everything and they can try it. What my suggestion is, you download this Jupyter notebook. You can go and you can download it as a Jupyter notebook, and then also download the CSV file, and you should be able to check it yourself independently. And when you do that, you remove this import OS part. That's all you'll have to do. In that case, you will have to directly use, I'll probably add a markdown. Say that you directly, once you download this hotel booking file, just directly do only this. And this should be enough. So this is it.
Yeah, actually, you can even do this. For example, if you just, even if you go to on your right where this thing is, what's it called, where the data is, you see there is a copy button that comes.
Yeah.
So if you copy that file path
yes.
and just go paste it, you get the same thing again.
Okay, that's good.
So that is like, yeah, you don't have to bother, because it's just that will work. It's just that it's just dash means it goes up. It's just that the for loop, I just talk a little, it's just that the OS function is available with Python. It accesses the OS native operating system, which allows you to browse through directories, browse through folders. So things like ls and dir, which you can run, are available through Python. And that is what it's doing. So basically it is walking through the input folder for everything. You're getting every directory name and it's extracting it. So that's what it's doing.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess this is enough for everyone to get started. At least now we have a great way to share Jupyter Notebook. So this is very nice. So at least everyone can.
Perhaps what we can do is we can directly try this. So we can write our Jupyter notebooks, and then when we come, we can try to paste the commands into this particular notebook and see how it works.
Yeah.
Session.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Okay, I think this is, very good. So we achieved quite a bit in today's Jupyter Notebook, in today's class. So we got a Jupyter Notebook going for one.
Yeah.
And
you should tell Darius also, he doesn't have to do a sandbox inside Howdy. So,
yeah, I guess so. I suppose he may still want that feature, but anyway, until that comes, this is good now. Okay, great. So just before we leave, does anyone have any doubts or any last closing comments?
No.
Okay, great. So in that case, goodbye for now. We'll see next week. Same time, Thursday. I don't know. For us in Europe, it's 6 p.m. For others, I think maybe India, maybe 9:30 p.m.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay then. See you.
Okay then, great everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Great day.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
goodbye.